Okay, so today we're going deep on Michael Cole,
Oh, yeah,
the voice of WWE. A
absolutely.
guy we've all heard for decades now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people kind of have their opinions on Cole.
Sure.
But we have this really cool YouTube video that breaks down his career, and
Yeah.
it kind of gives you a new appreciation
Yeah.
for what he does
Yeah.
and the pressures that he's under.
I'm interested to hear this.
Yeah, and I think sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we get so caught up in the wrestling itself,
Obviously.
the moves, the storylines, the
Get
drop.
back to Cole.
Yeah, that we forget about the guy
Yeah,
that is guiding us through it all.
it's true.
So let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
Um, Cole's career starts in 1997.
All right.
He doesn't, immediately become the voice of WWE.
Right.
He's a backstage interviewer.
Okay.
And then eventually kind of works his way up to the play-by-play role.
So he kind of paid his dues.
Yeah.
He put in the time.
Yeah, and in those early days, he's working alongside like Jim Ross and Taz.
Wow. That's some legends right there.
I mean, talk about trial by fire.
Yeah, like being a rookie basketball player and you've got Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen showing you the ropes,
Exactly.
Like, good luck, kid.
And this is the Attitude Era,
Right.
right? We're talking, late 90s.
We're always war.
Yeah, things are a little bit more unscripted.
Yeah.
A little bit more raw.
Yeah, a lot more chaotic.
How do you think that shaped Cole's initial commentary style?
Well, I mean, I think that you can definitely hear like an excitement in his voice back then. It was genuine. It was very off the cuff. But as WWE evolved and kind of shifted to a more family-friendly PG product,
Right.
the commentary style changed too.
Yeah. How would you describe that change for someone who maybe hasn't followed wrestling that closely?
Well, I mean, I think like the biggest thing is like he's reading from a script now. You know what I mean? Like there's no like genuine excitement in his voice anymore.
It's like he's become the voice of the WWE corporate machine in a way.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's where some of the criticism starts to come from.
Right. This video that we have is full of like fan reactions.
Yeah.
And some of them are pretty brutal.
Oh, I bet.
Calling him, lack of charisma, scripted lines, even calling him the worst commentator.
Ouch.
Which I get it. Sometimes it does feel a little flat.
Yeah.
But how much of that do you think is on him versus like the whole Vince McMahon factor?
Oh man, the Vince McMahon factor, that's huge, right?
We have to remember like this guy's performing live.
Yeah.
And Vince McMahon, the CEO of WWE, is literally whispering in his ear.
Oh, wow.
While he's trying to call a match.
That's got to be tough.
Imagine having your boss micromanage you to that level in real time.
Oh, man, I would just, like, freeze up.
And there are stories in here about, Vince making him change his call mid-sentence. Like, even if it contradicts what he just said.
Oh, my gosh.
Talk about pressure.
That's insane.
So it really makes you wonder, how much of what we're hearing is genuine Cole?
Yeah.
Versus how much is dictated from above?
Right.
It wasn't all bad.
Oh, no.
There was that period with Pat McAfee.
Oh, yeah.
Where he was his commentary partner.
Yeah.
What did that bring to the table?
Well, I mean, McAfee just brought this, like, energy, right? This unpredictable style that I think loosened Cole up a little bit.
It seemed like Cole was allowed to be himself again.
Yeah, you could see like little glimmers of his personality.
And there was like that playful banter that we hadn't really heard before.
That's so too.
Yeah. So it's interesting because it suggests that he does have that capability to be more engaging when given the freedom.
Absolutely.
So when you look at Cole's career as a whole,
I
mean, he is a survivor.
Yeah.
He's been the voice of WWE for decades.
Through all the changes.
Through the ups and downs, the shifting styles, the pressure from Vince.
It's crazy.
He's clearly dedicated and respected within the industry.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So we have this kind of complex picture, right? We have a talented guy who's often working under intense constraints.
Oh, right.
And his legacy, really sparks a lot of debate.
For sure.
So knowing what we now know, how does it change how we listen to his commentary? Do we cut him some slack?
Yeah.
Do we appreciate those moments where his personality shines through?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. And here's a thought to leave you with.
Okay.
Imagine you had the chance to sit down with Michael Cole.
Oh, wow.
What one question would you ask him? to better understand his experience, his thoughts on the criticisms, the challenges of working with Vince?
That's a good question.
Something to ponder.
Yeah. I'll be thinking about that one for sure.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks. See ya.